Oi, oi, Savaloys! Welcome back to the West Ham Network. We have made a signing. It's official. West Ham have officially brought in Evan Ferguson on loan from Brighton and Hove Albion for the remainder of this current season. The worst kept secret at West Ham. Again, another worst kept secret at West Ham as West Ham make our signing of the January transfer window. 20-year-old Republic of Ireland international has signed up with Graham Potter, who did give him his senior debut for Brighton at the age of 16 years and 10 months back in August of 2021. There you go. There is a picture of Evan Ferguson wearing or with the West Ham top in his hands. There's another picture for you there. Potter also handed Ferguson his FA Cup and Premier League debuts at 17 later in that same season, the 21-22 season, during which he appeared for the Republic of Ireland at under 21 level for the first time. So, on that news, what do you think? Ferguson went on to net 16 goals for Brighton across 2 seasons under Roberto De Zerbi, including 12 in the Premier League, and became a senior Republic of Ireland international player and goal scorer all before his 20th birthday, and now under the guidance of Potter, his former Brighton coach Billy Reid and Bruno Salter. The forward will show some of that form hopefully at West Ham. This is what he said to West Ham TV. He said, "It feels good to be here. Seeing the stadium and being here today, I've got a good feeling." He is going to be wearing the number 34 shirt, which is something that we put out earlier on to you as well. Sorry, 2 seconds. What is this? Has come through. Sorry. He said, "I can see how big things at West Ham United is. It's a big opportunity for you to come here. I know the gaffer well and look forward to working under him again. I want to come in and do my best for the club, score goals and see where we get to." Of course, Graham Potter bringing in a signing he knows and also a prospect for the future. He says, "I am delighted to bring Evan in on loan until the end of the season. He's a player we obviously know very well, so I'm grateful to the board for bringing him in. He's got plenty of quality attributes as a striker, and we believe he'll benefit the group over the course in the coming months. We're excited to integrate him into the squad and see him in action over the course of the coming months." Now, if you don't know, we're going to go through some of the things that you need to know. There are 8 things that you need to know about Evan Ferguson. He comes from a footballing family. His father, Barry, started his career in a home farm in Dublin before crossing the Irish Sea to join Coventry City back in 1999. He appeared for Republic of Ireland alongside Damien Duff, Robbie Keane in the 1999 FIFA World Youth Championship, then returned home in 2002, captained Longford Town in the FAI Cup and the FAI League Cup success during a 4-year stay in which his son Evan was born in 2004. If that's not going to make you feel old, then I do not know what is. His dad was capped 6 times by the Republic of Ireland under 21s, and senior played out his career with Dublin-based trio Bohemian, Shamrock Rovers and Sporting Fingal. Evan's sister Ellie, who also played for East Meath United, Shelbourne and captain Republic of Ireland at youth level before pushing for a career in the United States with the Ohio University Bobcats before joining a team in Michigan. Now, another thing he did, he started out at a famous schoolboy club. He was born in the seaside village of Betsytown, County Meath, and he's got well known for the schoolboy club St Kevin's Boys, which had previously introduced the likes of Damien Duff, Stephen Carr, Robbie Keane, Robbie Brady, Ian Hart, Jeff Hendrick, and from there he was signed by the League of Ireland side Bohemians, and he won the League of Ireland Under-17 division title in 2020. He made his League of Ireland history. Evan Ferguson made history of becoming the youngest player in League of Ireland history when he appeared for the Bohemians in a goalless draw against Derry City in September 2019, aged 14 years old and 11 months. 2 months earlier, he had impressed in a friendly in the Premier League club Chelsea. He was just 15 years and 3 months old when he scored his first senior goals in a pre-season over Drogheda United in January of 2020. He moved to England at 16 years old. Number 4, Evan Ferguson joined English Premier League club Brighton and Hove Albion in January 21 at 16 years and 3 months. He was still 16 when he debuted for the Seagulls in the League Cup win over Cardiff City in 2021. Further debuts followed in the FA Cup and Premier League in January and February 2022. And against West Brom and Tottenham Hotspur respectively. And number 5, he's a Premier League's youngest Irish goal scorer. Evan Ferguson was aged 18 years and 2 months when he scored his first Premier League goal at Brighton against Arsenal on New Year's Eve in 2022, making him the youngest Irish player to score in the Premier League. He ended the 22-23 with 10 goals in all competitions and being voted Brighton's Young Player of the Year. Number 6, he netted a Premier League hat-trick at the age of 18. He became the 4th youngest player to score a Premier League hat-trick when he netted a treble for Brighton and Hove Albion against Newcastle in September of 2023, aged 18 years and 11 months, following Liverpool duo Michael Owen, Robbie Fowler and Nottingham Forest's Chris Bart Williams. In number 7, he scored for his country. He's been capped for the Republic of Ireland at under 15, under 16, under 17, under 21 and at senior levels. His senior debut came in a friendly against Norway in Dublin in 2022 of November that year. Ferguson's first senior international goal arrived in a friendly over Latvia, also in Dublin in March 2023, and he's since scored further goals for his country against Gibraltar and Finland. And his talents have been recognised. He's been voted the FAI Young Player of the Year, International Player of the Year twice, 22-23. The award is presented to the best young Irish male footballing, plying his trade outside of the Republic of Ireland, and previous winners included former West Ham players David Connolly, Robbie Keane, and, of course, are you ready for this one? Declan Rice. So there's another little cheeky picture of him wearing his West Ham top. Welcome to West Ham, Evan Ferguson. Let us know in the comments what you think of this deal. It doesn't look like there is an obligation or an option to buy. I am just doing my little bit of due diligence whilst we are here, just to see if I can completely confirm or deny if anything has happened with regards to his deal. But it doesn't look, it looks like it's a straight loan. It looks like it is a straight loan with no option to buy. Let me have a look here. Let me just have a look. 6-month loan. Yep, it doesn't look like there's any obligation or option to buy on this player. Let me just, again, double check here. Checking all my stats. This is live. This is what happens. Prepared to concerned with, right, okay, that's fine. So that is the situation. Evan Ferguson is at West Ham. Let me jump into the comments, see what everyone else is saying. Phil Orm, can he play tonight? Good question. Well, I believe, people can correct me if I'm wrong here, I don't think he can. And I don't think he can because I think the deadline is yesterday at midday. I think it's the day before at midday. However, let me just quickly check this out. Brighton, what we do know is Brighton are receiving a significant loan fee for the player, and West Ham are going to cover all of his wages. There is no option or obligation for West Ham to sign Ferguson included in the deal. We did complete his medical yesterday on Sunday. Let me just have a look here. And I'm just trying to see if there's a way. Ferguson's been out of the picture for a while. Tottenham was running back. No, I'm not sure what the situation is with regards to him, but we'll have to have a look into that for you. But I don't think he can. Let's hope he stays fit and fires in the goals. Anton, fingers crossed he can. Will take a few games to get up to speed. Peter Chelsea for the 20 minutes he got on Saturday was his first game time in weeks. That's true. Absolutely. I'm over it, Mark. Anton, mate, we are going to have a Lingard moment all over again. Let's hope we do. Not likely he isn't a goal scorer or you're one of for no reason. So I clicked and it was Anton. Not every West Ham's network presenter as someone can tolerate watching. There are others who are what? So glad that I clicked and it was Anton. Oh, okay. Sorry. Apologies about that, Gart. Not just look at the stats. Absolutely underwhelming transfer. Right, this is where I'm going to go with this, right? Do I think he's underwhelming? I'll be honest with you. Yes. Is that a bad thing? No. Why? Because we've been there, done that, wore the T-shirt with all these 50, 60, 70 million pound players. And maybe we need someone to come under the radar where there's less pressure on them. You were never overwhelmed by Jesse Lingard. You were never overwhelmed by Thomas Souček. You were never overwhelmed by some of the signings that have gone on to be good signings. Craig Dawson, just to name a few, as well. Look, mate, but you could just look at the stats appearance. Half of them have played for 10 minutes. Do you remember the season he bagged all the goals, mate? He's 20. He's not like he's 25. He's 20. He's in past his prime. Wishing the bloke all the best of luck. I've got the Ings vibes again. Hope not. I like it, but I hate how it's not a permanent. Well, listen, it's everyone doing everyone a favour. I think this is really what it comes down to. Brighton, now they'll hold the key elements to this deal, because if he comes and he does well, they've got the option to bring him back. If he wants to stay, then they'll officially put the price up, and the inflation will rise, and West Ham will probably be held to ransom on the price of trying to get him over the line as well. So I think it's a good deal as such, but hopefully West Ham are protecting themselves, and it gives Potter something for the rest of the season. And do you know what? If he smashes it and makes it worthwhile, then they're obviously going to inflate the price, and West Ham will have to pay the big bucks to bring him in. But I think essentially it's a good signing. I think it works well for us. We're in need of a player in that position, and I think his style of play will definitely suit not just West Ham, but the Graham Potter style of play, what he's trying to do, and it will hopefully free up, because he's really clever with his feet. He's really clever with his feet, and that will hopefully free up all the other players to be that creative way as well. And obviously he's 20 years old, man. When was the last time West Ham signed someone like that age and who's got Premier League experience, Premier League exposure? So as Russ says, Evan Almighty, Elvin help us. That will be true. So the 20-year-old Republic of Ireland international has signed on loan from Brighton until the end of the season. He has got an abundance of Premier League experience. That is key. I think that's really key, because then we don't have the bedding in situation that we tend to get when we sign players from abroad and rely on potentially hitting the mark from the off. He has been injured. He has made it back from his injury and played 15-20 minutes the other day against Nottingham Forest. Of course, they got absolutely smashed. Brighton did 7-0 from them. Let me just bring you... He's played 80 games for Brighton in total, scoring 17 goals and 5 assists through all competitions. So, yep, wants to prove his point. What better place to do it at West Ham under the boss that gave you your chance? Evan Ferguson's West Ham. Let me just bring you some more cheeky images of him there, wearing number 34. Put your comments in, let me know your thoughts. On loan till the end of the season, no obligation or option to buy. That's the end of the stream. Take it easy, everyone. Join us for the Hammers headlines later on. More updates coming for you. Don't you worry. They're all coming your way, because there could be some more business happening in this transfer window. But let's see, and hopefully, fingers crossed, let's get behind them and see it can work out. Take it easy. Come on, your hands.